In this video,
All right, a Crash Bandito video.
keeping your composure
Right,
and
let's take a
avoiding
look.
panic.
Lots of road surface hazards. Way different area. Now we're going to go for a swim. Oh, geez. At least the action camera is good underwater.
He saw another bike from the left, so in an attempt to avoid a collision, he swerved to the right.
Yeah. I almost would have rather just crashed into the person.
He apologized, and he did it in the most Indian way possible.
Okay, so far this video is a little weird, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. So he's riding, line of sight issue, got pushed out. So when we talk about planning our ride, right? So we last second saw something, we were assessing, boom, last second we have to navigate. We talk about emergency swerving. We talk about emergency braking. He couldn't brake, couldn't have broken in time, so he swerved. Okay, we swerved into an escape that's water. All right. What about emergency acceleration? Just give it a little bit. Get yourself out of that. Get yourself out of that situation. You see this, you can't stop in time. You don't want to swerve. This guy's got his feet down. Not going to be able to see that. But just accelerate. You were going straight. So he apologized in the most Indian way possible. Okay.
This incident shows the importance of defensive riding and why to be prepared for
Let's take a look.
others.
Okay. Dude, did you not see the car there? What is going on with that? Okay. So we have to stay in this right lane because that's what we're doing. We go into the available lane that we're supposed to be in. Okay, cool. It's also shared by the people turning right. They shouldn't be turning right. We have a green arrow over there. Okay, we have right away, right?
For faults of others.
Okay, now we're here. Well, they're obviously going to take our lane. Why are we still going towards them? Just adjust your turn. Guys, don't fight for lanes. This is what happens when you fight for the lane. At no point did we try to avoid.
And he got some scratches, but he should have worn better protective gear.
Yeah, he had regular jeans. See, it's not worth the pain. All right, this looks like fun, but we're going a little fast for the area. Okay, this is a year-old video. He does a little bit better. That's not our stop sign, I don't think. I think that's the stop sign for everybody merging into here, but we're going pretty fast. We're getting our knee down. We lost traction. Were we staring at the ladies over here? Yeah, we were probably looking at the lady. Dumps the bike. No gear. No gear. He's got high waters on. He's waiting for a flood or something. He's got some motorcycle boots, but these are impressive clothing options.
No, it's a chance that I made.
Even if you rewind the clip, you still might wonder what the cause of this accident was.
Okay, well, let's...
The accident was caused by the change of road surface due to gravel on the road. In particular, when a motorcycle is leaning into a turn, encountering gravel or sand can disrupt.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, that could be a factor in this. It could be a factor in the crash where sand and change of this, but like, what are some other factors here, guys? We're going a little too fast in the corner. We're pushing it. We're having our little fun here. Sure, it could be gravel. It could be that stuff, but we're speeding. We're speeding. We're leaning the bike really far down. This is definitely a rider error, right, Hog Rider?
Encountering gravel or sand can disrupt the smooth contact between the tires and the road surface.
So Crash Bandito is not wrong, and I'm assuming because he did make a comment on one of my videos. He talks about how he asks for context. So more than likely, this person said there was sand and gravel, and so he's adding it to this video. And so yes, that can be a thing. That is a factor. Not wrong. There's multiple perspectives and perceptions on this. So the rider probably thinks that's the case. Now we're seeing it. We're using a different perspective. And it's like, well, maybe rider error when it comes to leaning the bike really hard and speeding through the corner. So there's multiple different factors that lead into a crash. Usually it's like one factor or two factors that lead to a close call. But when you start adding 3, 4, 5, then it turns into a crash. So if you have bald tires and you're going through a corner, maybe you have a loss of traction. 2 factors, right? Bald tires, going through a corner, speeding, a little bit of rain. Multiple factors causing a crash. So that's why we try to limit how many factors we run into.
This disruption can cause the motorcyclist was able to slip out. In this video,
Okay.
the motorcyclist
Having some
was
fun.
off-road riding and then transitioning back into regular traffic,
Oh.
but unfortunately fails to notice an approaching car from the right. While he did see the car, it's possible that his hours-long off-road ride had momentarily affected his concentration. This
Good.
incident shows the importance of focus.
I didn't have to
when
say
riding.
that. So, right here, it's possible that his hours-long
off-road ride momentarily affected his concentration.
Absolutely true. That could happen. So if you're off on a ride, a long group ride, or just going for a long ride yourself, a long drive, right? You start to lose some brain power just because your brain is tired. Think of it as doing a really long workout for your upper body. Your full body workout, very long. Towards the end, you're losing strength. Towards the end, you're losing stamina. Towards the end, your glucose is coming down, your ATP and everything, the Krebs cycle is not working as well, right? So your electrolytes and everything's kind of being affected too. So it does affect you. When it comes to this part, though,
Back into regular traffic.
when we're going into regular traffic, everybody is going, right? We don't want to be stuck behind. We don't want to split up either. So when we talk about group riding in the corners and I say ride your own ride and they're going faster than you are, perfectly fine. Don't try to keep up if it's not gonna be safe for you. If everyone's passing this vehicle and going into oncoming traffic to pass the vehicle because there's a big gap, but by the time you get to it, there's a car coming, it doesn't mean you go. It means you wait and then you go when it's safe for you to do so. Same thing here. Everyone's going when it's safe for them to do so. We come up, we don't want to get far behind. So we decide to go even though it wasn't safe to do so. This is why you talk on your Cardo Pack Talk Edges, link in the description for 10% off if you really want one. And you tell them, hey, I gotta wait, slow down a little bit. And it looks like everybody
Unfortunately fails to notice an approaching car from the right.
it looks like this guy right here. So this guy made it onto the main road. This guy is shooting for the shoulder, knowing full well this person over here is coming too quick. We decide to go and possibly do the same thing. Don't do it. Just wait. Just wait. And that it seems like here's the thing. Let's add these two things together. It seems like that's a no-brainer, right? It seems like a no-brainer. But just like what Crash Bandito said, is the hours-long riding could have affected his concentration. He did look right. He did see it. But he made a choice to go. Now, if you are fresh, you've only been riding for 5 minutes, maybe you just started your ride, you would have thought to yourself, I'm not going to go because there's cars coming. But after an hours-long riding, you're like, okay, I see it. My body's naturally going anyways. My brain and my body's not communicating well. It's almost like, guess what? It's almost like you're drunk. So being exhausted, same thing with nighttime driving, being tired and driving, it's like you're drunk. You're not making decisions quickly and your body's not working with your brain. Same thing here. But still, the main thing here is to ride your own ride. Be careful. See how slow he was going to get there? Because he just knew it was happening. Very high impact.
Car.
Very dangerous.
In this footage from France,
Okay,
we
from
observe
France.
a rider maintaining a safe and appropriate speed while keeping a sufficient distance from the car ahead.
That's a space cushion. Very good. That's a space cushion. Okay, that's decent. I would be off when it comes to planning. I'd be off to the side a little bit. You see how you can't see around? They already have brake lights. This is your space cushion. Okay, if I'm off to the side and they slam the brakes, I'm lane filtering or lane splitting. Here, I have to swerve to do that. I'd rather just kind of naturally go in a lane filtering position.
Yet, at the intersection, a car unexpectedly
brake lights,
overlooks
okay.
the rider, resulting in a forceful collision.
Oh,
It is clear that the Mercedes did not
Yeah.
look properly and is
yeah, they're at fault. So, in a car or on the motorcycle, when I see
the
somebody wanting to
intersection.
turn right and they're slowing down, I slow down with them to maintain a good space cushion. I slow down with them, and then when I can finally see around the vehicle after they turn, I go. Like, I'm slowing down until I can see, and that's a line of sight issue. I don't go where it's unknown. I don't walk into, I mean, I could see pretty good at dark when it's dark out, but I don't sprint in the dark. I'm walking cautiously in the dark. I'm driving behind a vehicle like this cautiously. I'm riding behind him cautiously when I can't see what's possibly happening. And if he's turning right, that means it's an intersection.
A car unexpectedly overlooks the rider.
So right here, I'm still slowing it down until
Forceful collision.
here, and then I'll speed up if there's no cars. But I'm slowing down. You see how the space cushion's diminished? It's a lot closer now. We're a lot closer to the white car. I'm slowing down, and if I see a car there, it's like, oh, I'm still slowing down. And then this happens, and then I'm applying the brakes. I'm not using the horn. But if there's no car, then I would speed up and go.
Mercedes of the white. This could have been offensive because no matter what happens, you are the one ending on the ground.
Yep.
Our biker enjoy. You should always take measures whenever you are in a blind spot.
Yep.
Here we have our biker enjoying a ride with his girlfriend seated behind him.
Uh-oh.
Keep in mind that navigating sharp turns with the added weight of a passenger can be trickier compared to riding solo.
Yep. Please don't fall off. Sharp left turn coming up. Yep, that's the... No! Okay, so what happened here? We're gonna get a thumbnail there. That's a good one. Okay, so we have a little twisty sign. Okay, sharp left, sharp right. Okay, we just made it through. Sharp left turn. Okay, we're accelerating hard to get up with these people. Now, when it comes to having a passenger or any weight on your bike, you need more time to slow down before a turn. More time before you have to brake. Okay, you need more distance. You need all of that stuff. And so if we're speeding up here, he doesn't have enough time to slow down. It's a sharp turn. So you see how he's trying to slow down. The bike's doing this because he's applying the brakes really hard. See that right there? He's applying it really hard. He's not set up for the turn. If he was by himself, he probably could have done this. Maybe. But he has a passenger, so he needs more time to slow down. And so he didn't. No! He goes up and over. Thumbnail. And that's going to be a problem. So when we're coming through intersection or coming to an intersection, we have to stop. You need more total stopping distance. When we're coming to a corner, you need to slow it down more ahead of time. Much more time before the turn. And then acceleration. Don't accelerate super hard because you're going to have more weight on the back tire. What happens when you accelerate hard and you put weight on the back tire? Stunters starts to do that a little bit easier. So smoother, more distance. It's very important when you have a passenger.
Amo, come stai?
Very lucky. Very lucky.
La moto che non ha frenato. Fermati. Amo, sali. Sali.
Very lucky.
Vai. Ho la felpa. L'ho detto pure. Mi stava andando lungo.
You
What
might
is he
be
saying?
curious about the cause of
let's
this
find
crash.
out. What crash made it? What do you think?
The rider miscalculated the required speed for the turn.
Yep.
This miscalculation led to a moment of panic, resulting in a well-known biker accident phenomenon.
Target fixation. Hey, look at that.
The riders.
I like that. This was a year ago. Crash Bandito, have you been watching this channel, or
in a well-known
you're learning a
biker
lot? So don't target fixate on the problem. Target fixate on the solution.
accident phenomenon. Target fixation. The rider's gaze fixated on the fence railing in
right
front
there
of them.
instead of
You
over
can
here.
Observe how they unintentionally steered toward the fixation point.
Yep.
This shows the crucial lesson of always looking where you want to go, as failing to do so can
Very good.
inadvertently steer you toward what you're fixated on.
She's lucky that she did not get injured.
In
All
this
right, going through a
video,
corner,
you
nice
can
and
see a
easy.
rider smoothly navigating his Ducati
Yeah,
along a scenic
Ducati.
road, skillfully
Very
riding
good.
these turns.
Handling it.
However, the mood
The GoPro Hero 4, that's an old camera. I used to have the Hero before Hero 2.
takes a swift turn when he crashes.
Sharp right turn, okay. What do we got here? Oh, you see the road? There's a decreasing radius. Surprised it didn't have a sign for that. Let's go back a little bit more.
However, the mood
Yeah, it didn't have a sign.
takes a swift turn when he crashes.
So it looks like it's a 90-degree turn right here. And if you notice, see how it goes? It keeps going, and then it disappears quickly. So it was doing like this, and then it did this, like quickly. So this is the part right here where he crashed because it turned in quickly. So when you're making these turns, and it looks like it just keeps going, roll off the throttle. Roll off the throttle. Don't maintain or give it. Roll off the throttle. Slow it down a little bit with engine braking, and then make that turn, because it's gonna come up to you. See how it just keeps going? It's not a 90-degree. What he was doing to solve that problem was maintaining throttle and just leaning more. Oh, I'm gonna make the turn if I lean more. So I just kept maintaining, leaning. Oh crap, I gotta lean more. Roll off the throttle, you don't have to lean as much. That sucks.
Wondering what unfolded here?
Oh, let's find out. Let's see.
As the rider navigates this turn, take notice of the crack in the road.
Okay,
Even
there's a
shallow
crack.
surface irregularity like this can result in an abrupt change
Let's see.
that compromises.
But he didn't go over it. I get it. He didn't go over it, though. Because his tires are straight up and down right here. The crack is like this. So, I mean, yeah, that crack could do it. And once again, Crash Bandito gets context, and they send it in, and it's like when a rider sees it after the fact, like, oh, it's the crack. It's the turn.
Compromises tire traction, especially when the motorcycle is leaned over. This shows
Yeah,
the significance of
there could have been a
staying
different
road ahead
crack.
and staying vigilant to reduce these
Definitely a
potential
road surface
risks.
hazard could be an issue, but oh geez.
In this video,
Sharp
we
right,
observe
sharp
a
left
biker
turns.
cruising his ride through the scenic canyons, enjoying his ride.
This looks like
However,
Arizona.
the excitement takes an abrupt turn.
All right, what do we got here? Sharp left turn, 15 miles per hour recommended. We're going 57. Slowed it down. Very good, very good. Okay, lots of editing cuts. Boom, boom, back and forth. Now let's go front and let's go back. No, another cut, jump cut. Let's go back. Oh no. Okay.
In this instance, the
Let's see what
biker
happens.
also falls
What is-
prey
what
to
is-
target fixation.
Target
locking
fixation,
his vision
okay.
onto a particular point, thereby locking. Also falls prey to target fixation, locking his vision.
I was wondering if that guy was just, they were setting up a footage thing, but they weren't. So he was just going really fast. How fast are we going? We're going 69. Nice. 69 miles per hour. 69 miles per hour. Sure. Target fixating on the problem because we got into a problem situation. So we got ourselves into a problem situation when we panicked, and now we're focused on the problem because we're in a panic. How to remove ourselves from getting into a panic in the first place, right? Let's not go as super fast as possible. This is a beautiful area. Just chill, cruise. That guy's probably cruising. Now he's having lunch. Not a big deal. He's not crashing. Should wear some gear, but we're cruising. We're going fast into a corner that you can't see what's around it. It's a blind corner. Slow it down. You're not going to go into a panic.
His vision onto a particular point,
75 now. Now he's slowing
thereby
down.
locking his trajectory.
So yeah, locking. So I'm sure Crash Bandito is going to say it. So he's locking his trajectory here because he's target fixating. If he target fixated on the solution, he'd be locking his trajectory into that. It's still very hard to navigate into that solution part because we're going so fast. Slow it down, because if you get into a panic, for some reason you're going 45, 35, and you're like, oh crap, panic, because my skill level is not good enough. At least at 35, it's much easier to hit this than at 75. So just take it a little bit easier.
trajectory onto it. Unfortunately, by the time he realized, it was already too late.
Bike
During the
is
pattern
done.
scene
That's going to be
and
almost
target
impossible to get
fixation
out with just 2
scenarios.
buddies, especially if you're injured. That's going to... Yeah, that's not getting out. That's going to be a landmark for hikers. Let's take a look at this. A little panic, a little shaking because he's applying the brakes.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Crash Bandito. This is a shorter video from Crash Bandito, but I appreciate it. So with that said, ride safe, be safe, grab yourself a Smart Rider Drill booklet pre-order. Bunch of drills here. Check it out. You get the digital download instantly. These will ship out in August. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream.